Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. Where you guys and where you're watching us from, this is the Manchester United Matters channel, and we come in here as usual. You know, we are always live almost every day at such and such a period of time because you guys are always waiting for these to happen in there. Remember, we are doing a full match Premier League match day insight in there ahead of this Manchester United versus Burnley game, and we're really hit by some bad news from Manchester United because two players were hit by COVID and they're out of this. You know those players, that is Freddy Rodriguez and Alex Telles, both are Brazilian, and they really missed out. Not knowing why Telles was not a part of the team when we played the side which goes by the names of when you play the team which goes by the names of Middlesbrough into the FA Cup and we lost, the manager never told us that Telles is really having an injury, that Telles was having or tested positive for COVID, but Telles tested for COVID. That was last week, I think, and then the manager comes out to reveal it right now when he really came out and tell that even his fellow Brazilian who goes by the name of Fred Rodriguez has tested positive for COVID-19, and he is really going to miss out on very many games in there, and it will be very hard for Freddie to make it in the game of Southampton in the weekend. That is during lunchtime in the UK. So that's what is happening in the camp of Manchester United. It doesn't sound like good news, but all in all, you have to bear with the current situation at Manchester United because having thrown out very many players on loan and others look like they're not really ready to come in through and do the needful because of injuries. Eric Bay is out, you know that he got an injury in there, and Lindelof is doubtful too. So that leaves us with three central defenders, that is Harry Maguire, Phil Jones, and a player who goes by the names of Rafael Varane in there, who played very well, and the manager has really come out and praised him that his best game ever at Manchester United was that game he played against the side which goes by the names of Middlesbrough in there. But all in all, things have to go on. Decided what? We have to go on as a club, Manchester United, because this is what we do best in here. And into the team news, Telles is out, Fred is out, Eric Bay is out, Victor Lindelof might make it back, you never know, you get. Which other players out? Greenwood is out until further notice. Which other player is probably out? Edson Cavani has returned. So Sancho is back and he trained very well in training. So those who really thought that he had a hamstring injury, the manager came out and put that out of fact and said no, he was just tired. He was just tired in there. So that's what United fans really have to do and to work hard, because if you get tired playing 120 minutes in there, that means your physicality and work ethicness should really increase to see to it that you really get to that level of Manchester United in there. Now, as things stand, United looks like they are really going to face a very hard side, especially at Turf Moor, because they are not really looking a side that is really going to come out and really give or let us consume this on a plate like any other team will come and say that, oh, Burnley just lost to Manchester United by 3-0, but when you 3-1 at Old Trafford. But when you really look at that game, Burnley really had some chances. They really threatened us. You even saw that goal of Aaron Lennon that is scored against Manchester United. It really shows you that we are into a period that we can worry all about that, because like it or not, Harry Maguire is going to be part of this team. And who was the calamity that led to us conceding that goal? It was Harry Maguire, and they really had some good chances in there, and David De Gea really got into that game and saved us sometimes in there. So I really feel like it's going to be a hard game, but I really come out and say I predict that United is really going to come out and win. Now, as we enter into this period, United is placed fourth. They've played 22 games. They have 38 points in there. Burnley, when you look at Burnley is at the bottom of the Premier League table. He has played 19 games. They're having 13, and they're having a goal difference of negative 11. They've conceded 27 goals in there. That is Burnley in there for you. So United is playing the team at the bottom, and the only way you are really going to come out and tell us that you are really doing great to complete in top 4 is by winning such games, because It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But with the quality of players that United has, who don't match the quality of players that Burnley have, this should be a sure win for Manchester United. I don't know what you guys think about it, but to me, I really feel like this is supposed to be a sure win for Manchester United. I don't know what you guys, your thoughts are, but for me, I really feel like this is supposed to be a sure win for Manchester United. Now, before we really go into a further breakdown of this game, allow me bring you this predicted lineup that we really came up with a team here at the Manchester United Matters channel in there. Let's get into this. It's all about Burnley versus Manchester United, as you see it on your screen. That's it, Burnley versus Manchester United. It's a Premier League game for Manchester United. It's match day 23, and Burnley, it's match day 20 in there. They still have a couple of games in hand. Stadium, it's going to be at Turf Moor, and the manager is Sean Dyche. And the manager of Manchester United is Ralf Rangnick, as you see him there. Predicted, it's supposed to be predicted Manchester United starting lineup. I'm sorry, I left there as Chelsea. I'm sorry for that. You'll forgive me for that. And let's get into the starting 11 in there, as you see it. David De Gea is expected to start in goal as usual. He returns in goal after United come out and drop him in the game of a team which goes by the names of Middlesbrough. You remember that very well. And he really came back. He's coming back into his position. First choice goalkeeper of Manchester United. David De Gea. Then Diego Dalot is expected to retain his position in there. If at all Aaron Wan-Bissaka never managed to really get him out of the position during that game of the FA Cup, then there is no way the manager can trust him to play this position again. That keeps Diego Dalot up into the starting lineup again. Left back, it's Luke Shaw. The only person that could really put him off tested positive for COVID, and he is nowhere to be seen, and Luke Shaw is just remained the lone player we have into that team. Into the central defense, it's Raphael Varane. We think Raphael Varane is really going to come out and play that role very, very, very well for Manchester United. And Harry Maguire, the captain of Manchester United, is expected to partner with Raphael Varane. Remember Raphael Varane plays onto the right side of the central defense, and Maguire plays onto the left side of the central defense. That is his position at Manchester United. That is Harry Maguire in there for you. So that's how the back four of United is going to look in there. That's how we expect Rangnick to come in and put in these players, because most of the players are really out that could have competed, the likes of Eric Bay, Lindelof in there. So we go to the central midfielder. Scott McTominay returns into the central midfield of Manchester United. He looks like he's undroppable at Manchester United, and he has proven us wrong, not by working hard on the pitch, but every manager that comes in at Manchester United really favors him and says he is one of those players that he feels like a good. The other player is Pogba to start into that central midfield of Manchester United. Remember, he's playing the number 8 role and played very well at a team which goes by names of Middlesbrough. He played close to 90 minutes into that game of Middlesbrough, and he really put up a very good performance. And Paul Pogba's question has not been on his abilities. Paul Pogba, it has always been on his consistency, because he'll come in and give you 2, 3, 5, 6 games good. Then the next 10 games you'll be looking for him and he'll be nowhere to be seen. So to me, I really feel like Paul Pogba is really a player that we should come in here and really wait to see whether he's really going to come out. Is he a changed one? That's really going to be a very big question for Harry Maguire, for Paul Pogba to come in and answer here at Manchester United, because his abilities are way up there, and we know him as one of the best players, one of the best midfielders on a good day. But at a club, when you're playing for a club like Manchester United, it's not all about you having a good day. That's out. That's out. It's all about you coming in and representing for the club each and every time they call you and you are variable. So that's my problem with Paul Pogba. But after Freddie testing positive for COVID, I really feel like Freddie had upper chances of starting ahead of Paul Pogba, because the manager looks like he likes their work rate in there, and they would have had Paul Pogba as an option, because when you look at the bench of Manchester United, they really have little options in there for you who can come in and really add in a third or fourth gear onto the game when the game is stolen in there. And Paul Pogba gets a chance to start. And secondly, the reason as to why I think Paul Pogba is going to start this game is, one, his physicality, and he's strong. He's really a giant. And when you look at the team of Burnley, the way they play their game of football, it's all about energy and physicality. So they really have a very high physicality rate, and I really feel like Paul Pogba can match them in that midfield in there. And remember, games are lost and won in the midfield, and when you have a player like Paul Pogba in there, he will boss them with the physique, and he will do the needful to come in and pull them down always. And whenever he's having that ball, he's always confident, though sometimes I really feel like Pogba is wasteful, and he risks a lot of getting red cards in there with those slides in there that he really puts in game out. So Paul Pogba is expected to start into that central midfield of Manchester United. Then there comes the Portuguese egg who goes by names of Bruno Fernandes to play as a central attacking midfielder for Manchester United. That is Bruno Fernandes. He will go in and play that role very well, missing a keeper to net to hit into the game of Middlesbrough, and a lot of criticism really went to him. Jadon Sancho is expected to come in and play as a right attacking midfielder for Manchester United in this game against a side which goes by the names of Burnley. Remember, most of us were worried because he limped off the pitch as he got hold of his hamstring, and we thought that one of his hamstrings had really gotten a problem in there. But all in all, we just got to a confirmation from the manager that no, he's not ill, he's 100% okay, and expect him to come in and do the needful for a team which goes by the names of Manchester United in there, as they take on a side which goes by the names of Burnley. The other player I expect to start, it's going to be a shocker, but to me I will feel like he should start ahead of Rashford. That is Elanga. I will feel like Elanga should start ahead of Rashford, because Rashford looks wasteful each and every time he comes in through to the pitch of Manchester United. I think that he has played far much better most of the times. He has really come off the bench in there, because he comes in when these teams are tired, he can run them off and do whatever he wants in there, and he can run in spaces very well. But starting the game of football, he really puts United to a risk of really losing its creativity in there, because he's too selfish. He doesn't really want to put his fellow players into play. Yet those fellow players of his do put him into play. So to me, I really feel like Elanga should come in and play that role in there. I go to the centre forward of Manchester United. Of course, it's going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. Andres Santos coming in from Lisbon in there. He's a centre forward, and he's really going to lead that Manchester United team as they take on a side which goes by the names of Burnley in there. The formation United is playing, it's a 4-2-3-1, back to default in there, from 4-2-2 to a 4-2-3-1 in there. Then we jet to the team and how the players are really going to start all play onto that pitch. As you see them, that's how they are really going to be demarcated into their positions onto the pitch in here onto the Manchester United Matters channel. So you can as well go into the comment section and tell me what you think about the players as we've really put them onto your screen. That's how United is expected to stand, and those are the views of the Manchester United Matters channel panel. They really sat down and really thought that David De Gea, Diego Dello, Rafael Varane, Harry Maguire, look sure that is the back four. In the double midfield pivot, Scott McTominay and Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes playing as a central attacking midfielder, and Sancho playing as a right attacking midfielder, with Elanga starting ahead of Marcus Rashford playing as a left attacking midfielder, with Cristiano Ronaldo, Andres Santos leading the line for Manchester United in there. So that is a predicted lineup, and we expect United to start as that, as you see it there. So you have the right to go into there and bring me your reactions and views on how you think United is really going to come up and stand, because for us, we really feel like that's how United is going to start. That's what we think Rangnick is going to put. That's not what I have in mind, because if I were Rangnick, if Rangnick had given me a chance to bring in my side, this would have been my side. David De Gea in goal, Diego Dalot right back, I would play Phil Jones ahead of Harry Maguire to partner with with Rafael Varane because of the pace of these attackers of a team which goes by the names of Burnley. Luke Shaw constant, players the left back. Then in the midfield, I would play Nemanja Matic and Paul Ebile Pogba into the double midfield pivot. That would have been my starting two deep lying midfielders. Then Bruno Fernandes ahead of them, Sancho on the right, Elanga on the left, and Ronaldo to lead the line. So that means I would have started Scott McTominay and Harry Maguire into my team if at all I was not giving you the mind of Ragnick. But to me, I really feel like Harry Maguire shouldn't be starting, and he really got a very big chance because by the time he returned, he played 2 games. He spent 2 games of Manchester United on the bench until he came in the game of Burnley, I think. No, it was a game. Which game? There is a game Maguire came in and he played only 20 minutes. Which team were we playing? There is a team we are playing in there. Brentford, yeah. United had scored 2 goals and then Maguire was brought in and played close to 20 minutes of that game. And Lindelof got an injury, and Lindelof getting an injury, it was not even an injury. They broke into his house, and after breaking into his house, the manager said that he needed some time off because his mind was not in the right shape to play for Manchester United. And that's what gifted Harry Maguire a chance to return to the starting 11 of Manchester United. But all in all, things are turned the other way, and the manager also knows at the pitch that there is no way Harry Maguire can start ahead of Eric Bailly and a T player who goes by the names of Lindelof, because when you see Eric Bailly playing with Varane, you see a perfect partnership. No one is shaky. All of them are fast in there. When you see Varane playing with a player who goes by the name of Victor Lindelof, you see to it that they really play very, very, very well in there. So Harry Maguire is limited. One, the only side of the pitch of the central defense that he plays on very well is the left side of the central defense. Put him on the right side of the central defense, he will mash up the things, and he's slow. His game reading is poor, you get? And the slow defenders that I've seen play at a world or top class, they have a very good game reading, something that Harry Maguire is lacking. 100%. His game reading is poor. That's why you see him go for late tackles and he gets himself booked, you get, because of those reckless tackles and because he feels like he cannot run after a player. So I really feel like if at all I'm manager of Manchester United, there is no way Harry Maguire can come in and start unless otherwise he has really come out and proven to me that he's really to that level of benching other players at Manchester United in there. So Paul Pogba for me starts for this game because he is really, his physicality is way up there. It can match these players, and him and Scott McTominay into the midfield. It will be some good of work. Scott McTominay played very well into that game of Middlesbrough until the 70th minute when he really looked like he couldn't add any other ideas because his brain had really run out of ideas. But when I feel like a team at Burnley, the last time he played them at Burnley, he scored a goal, and I think he had an assist in there. That is Scott McTominay. He had close to 3 shots on target, and one really went on target, and it went back, it curled back on the back of the net of Burnley. Let's wait and see what he does today. But all in all, I really feel like Ragnick is really going to go in and look for a win. But when you look at Burnley, the way they play with those long balls in there, and that might be an advantage of Harry Maguire playing into this game because he is having the height to win those games, but he's going to be criticized a lot if at all he fails to do that. But there is McNeil in there. He really tries to make those runs from that right attacking side of the midfield, and he really cuts inside because he's a left footer. He always cuts in inside and lays that ball. So we wait and see how United are really going to react onto that. But all in all, when you look at Burnley, they are really a very good team. Though they're at the bottom of the table, these are teams that have really given us difficulty to beat them at their stadium at Turf Moor. It has not always been an easy visit for Manchester United at Turf Moor. So I really feel like Ragnick should bring in the tactics that right, because ever since he came in at Manchester United, there is one game he got wrong. That game of Aston Villa when we are 2 goals up and we reach the 70th minute and he doesn't even think of making substitutions in there. That's the only time. Those are the only 20 minutes out of that game that he coached Manchester United that I felt like he really did get his tactics wrong. But the rest of the games, he has really been getting his tactics right. That is Ralf Rangnick in there for you. And I will feel like he will continue to go ahead and do it and get his tactics right again here at this game of Burnley. Because when he does get them right, we're really going to come out and win. And I don't really want to see Rashford starting into this game. I don't want to see him start because he is going to really destroy our system of play. Because when you're having Elanga and Sancho playing on the left and right attacking sides of the midfield respectively, you just get to know that these players are really going to create lots of chances for Ronaldo. You get? And the more chances we create, the more goals we are going to come out and create. And score. I know things like that statistics for the game of a team which goes by names of Middlesbrough come in. We had 19 shots with 9 on target, and we scored only 1. We missed sitters. We missed goals that we wouldn't have missed into that game. So I will feel like if at all we really utilize the chances that we're really going to create against Burnley, I think we can put 2 goals and win that game by 2-0 in there, because I will feel like this time round we are good at defending and clean sheets are always kept, and the goals that we concede are always individual mistakes in there. So I will feel like United should go in and win this one. Rangnick has come out and said to Simon Stone that right now we are in 4th in the league, and everybody on the inside of the club, including myself, would be happy if we finish 4th at the end of the season. That's what Rangnick came out and said. He concluded his talk with Simon Stone by saying, I'm absolutely convinced we are playing on a higher level than we used to play a couple of weeks ago, but in possession, and if the other team is in possession, the team has improved. That's what Rangnick has come out and say, that when we are out of possession, we've improved, and when we're in possession, we've improved. Yeah, he's right, because at least United can put up some couple of touches, quick passing, quick 1-2s when you look at how we build up our plays. And by the way, there is something I was going to talk about into that game of Middlesbrough, but I didn't really talk about it because we felt like I had gone off the grip because of the result. But I really felt like this time round, we now have a plan on set pieces, because I saw close to 4 set pieces that United took, especially corners, when we really had a plan. Even in the game of play, I saw Diego Dalot flop a pass to find a Bruno Fernandes who was running deep from the midfield to find it, because each and every time the defenders are not eyeing that player who is making that run from the midfield, they are putting their eye onto Ronaldo, the Sanchos, the Elangas who are here. So when that player runs from the midfield and a ball is dropped, it's very easy for him to find it and then hit it. Bruno got it, though he hit it very bad, but I will feel like that was a very big plus for Manchester United. That really takes me back to the days of Barcelona, Iniesta, and Xavi. If at all you remember them very well, that's what they used to do. So to me, I will feel like if at all Rangnick is saying that United has improved while they are having the ball and while they've lost the ball, I really agree, because when you look at how United is passing, it's really far much different from how they used to go, from how they used to pass when they really had the recent money that was sacked in there. And I really support Rangnick onto that United is really doing positive passes. Scott McTominay himself, during the era of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he used to do a lot of side passing and negative passing. But this time round, you see him that each and every time he gets the ball, he thinks of making a positive pass, and he has to make sure that he sees all the way out to make those positive passes in there. So kudos to Ralf Rangnick. I will feel like United is improving, though not to a level that we really expect it to be. And a lot of rebuild is really happening at Manchester United. That's why you saw a player who goes by the name of Pogba. News coming out and leaking saying that if at all Rangnick is to stay as the permanent manager of Manchester United, he's going to stay and sign a contract for Manchester United. So it shows you that a lot of positivity is at Manchester United, and I think Rangnick is trying to clean the house, because the house is really not in order. It has not been in order for very many years, and it's trying to put these players together. They're having very many cliques amongst themselves, but I really feel like it's really going to be good for Manchester United until we see the results in here at Manchester United. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now let me go into my prediction. I really feel like Ronaldo is going to come back and score, because having played one of his worst games at Manchester United, because very many people used to come out and say that, oh, Ronaldo does not get a lot of chances. He got them in plenty, and he even got the most clear chance in any game, that is a penalty. He hit it outside. Then he got some good 2 chances and he misused them. He had one of the chances where he was supposed to play in Rashford. He didn't. He was selfish. He tried to go for a shot and it didn't go on target. That is Ronaldo in there for you. So after experiencing that in the game of a team which goes by the names of Burnley, a team which goes by Middlesbrough, a disappointing performance that he really put up, and United got out of that tournament because of his missed penalty that he missed in there and Bruno's net to beat. I expect Ronaldo to come up and make a very big statement to silence all his haters, because very many people have really come out and criticized Ronaldo. You remember Jamie Carragher coming out and really putting up a joke that Roy Keane told me that Ronaldo is here to win an FA Cup, and the FA Cup is here to win. He is also out of it. He's no longer part of this. So very many jokes were made about Ronaldo, and I know what Ronaldo does. He's going to come back here. He can even score a hat-trick today. Trust me, he will. He's going to score goals. And tomorrow, you remind me, when I'm here, we will be here talking about a Ronaldo goal. You get? If he doesn't score, he's going to do one of the pivotal roles of Manchester United to go in and win this game. Trust me, he's going to be a main contributor for United to win this game. So that's Ronaldo in there for you. I can predict that he's really going to come up in high gear, in high esteem, with a lot of energy. He's going to put on a heavy foot onto his pedal. He's going to be working. He's going to run left, right, and center into this pitch, because he registered a very poor performance against the team which goes by the Middlesbrough, and United were relegated, all knocked out of the tournament. So Ronaldo is going to come out and prove people wrong. So the other prediction I'm making about this game, watch out on a player who goes by names of Pogba. Pogba came up, put up a very brilliant performance in the game of Middlesbrough, though he really played 85 minutes and he was really subbed off. When he comes into this game, he's going to make an announcement, because all of these games that Paul Pogba is playing, he's sending a signal to Manchester United and all the teams that are really interested in him in the summer, because he's going to be out of contract in the summer. So Paul Pogba comes into this game to add more to what he really put up in the game of Middlesbrough. He's going to build and really show all those people that, please, I'm here, I'm one of the best midfielders in the world, I'm at Manchester United, and if at all you want me, I'm free in the summer. So please, you can as well come in for me in here. So, and it looks like he likes Ralf Rangnick, because he came out and said, it's not him who came out and said, but news leaked that if at all Ralf Rangnick remains the permanent manager of Manchester United, Paul Pogba is going to start Manchester United. So that news really came out, and really most of the people were shocked. That shows you how much Rangnick is putting up more into the training ground and injecting more football sense onto the pitch than the previous manager. If at all Paul Pogba has come out and put lots of praises onto this man, it means Rangnick is doing a very big change at Manchester United that is implementing onto this, or impacting these players a lot. So expect Paul Pogba to come out and put up a game in there. Thirdly, another player you should watch out for is Harry Maguire. This team of Burnley, the way they play an attack-minded game of football, and watch out on Harry Maguire. He's slow and this team is fast, and I really feel like if you're to concede a goal, it's going to be Harry Maguire to cost us. But I really feel like if at all Harry Maguire doesn't really do any silly mistakes or silly decisions, United won't really concede. We're going to keep a clean sheet, and always like it when David De Gea is free on goal. I don't want to see him gate many saves on him, because that shows that our defense has been porous. You get? The moment David De Gea doesn't gate any shot to save, he keeps a clean sheet, that's my happiness. That shows you that we've improved on our defending. That is something that Rangnick emphasized most when he came in here. He said that United has been conceding lots of goals. Remember, United conceded 2 goals against Atalanta. United conceded 4 goals against Watford. United had conceded 2 goals against Arsenal. In there, you get? We had conceded 2 against Man City. We had conceded 5 against Liverpool. So that's what Rangnick came out and said, that United was conceding loads and loads of goals, and that is something he needed to work on and reduce. And in fact, United has really worked on that, and they've not been conceding very many goals. So those are the top points in there, and I really feel like that's what United is going to look like tomorrow while playing a side which goes by the name of Burnley. Cavani is back. I know he's not going to start. He might come in as a substitute in there, and it will depend on how the game situation will be. If the game will be like 2-3 goals up, then Ronaldo will be taken off and Cavani will come in through, because Ronaldo needs to rest, because he would have played 2 games in how many days? Let me see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In 5 days, he would have played 2 games. So I really feel like when the game is put to bed early enough, then Ronaldo will be taken off the pitch and Cavani will come in through in there. And I think Jesse Lingard will play some minutes into this game later, depending on how United will be standing in there. So that's what I had for you. This is Rokan David, aka RRD, to this channel. Smash the like button, comment, and share. Your predictions are really welcome into the live chat below. And if I told you I'm really going to watch this video later, you go into the live chat, into the comment section, and tell us what you think about your prediction into this game. I'm predicting United to win this game by 2-0 in there. And that's the result I think United is going to put up today in here at Manchester United Matters channel, as they really visit tough. Although it's not always not an easy visit in there, but I really think that we have a very better coach when it comes to analyzing this game and getting the statistics, doing the video analytics, because what is happening at Manchester United, every training, every game that ends, the video analyst cuts out clips of Paul Pogba, he sends them to him. He cuts out clips of Ronaldo, he sends them to him. And the manager tells them that the next time you come onto training, you must have watched that video. That's why you saw some players coming out and complaining that this manager does not really give us enough time. He's eating most of our time. Instead of us being home resting, we have to spend some 1 or 2 hours doing the analysis of the videos that he sends us. So it shows you that Rangnick is really a professor at the job. He knows what exactly these players should do to improve themselves, and with the presence of a psychologist at Manchester United and sending them these videos to see how exactly they played those games in there and how they're supposed to improve in there. That is another touch and addition at Manchester United that Rangnick is really trying to improve these players. And by the way, I know by the beginning of March, I think this team will be like 60, 70, 80% into the Rangnick way of play. I'm 100% sure about that, because I really feel like Rangnick has really done a great job at Manchester United. For those that have just joined us, this is my predicted lineup, and this is how I think United is really going to come in and play, as we play a side which goes by the names of Burnley in there. You can as well go into the comment section and tell me what you think about this predicted lineup that I really put up with my team here at the Manchester United Matters channel, with David De Gea starting in goal, Diego Dalot playing as a right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka still onto the bench, Rafael Varane playing on the right side of the central defense, with Harry Maguire, the captain, playing at the left side of the central defense, then Luke Shaw playing on the left back, Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay playing into the double midfield pivot of Manchester United as they talk on a side which goes by the name of Burnley. Remember that game is happening today in there. Then Bruno Fernandes playing as a central attacking midfielder or a number 10 in there. Jadon Sancho coming in through to play as a right attacking midfielder or a right winger into the C system. Then Anthony Elanga playing as a left attacking midfielder in there, as Ronaldo is going to lead the line in there for Manchester United in there. So there is something I'd forgotten before I sign out. Notice another player who goes by the names of Diego Dalot. If at all Jadon Sancho is allowed to play on the right attacking side of the midfield, you're really going to see to it that Dalot is really going to get into play, and especially is going to come out and put in lots of crosses, because Sancho allows him to come into play. Sancho puts him into play early enough to see to it that he really puts in those crosses, other than when Rashford was playing that side, against the side which goes by the name of Middlesbrough. That's why you saw in the game of Middlesbrough, Luke Shaw really had to come in a lot in front than Dalot, because Rashford was not allowing Dalot to come into play, yet Sancho was playing as a left attacking midfielder, and he really played Luke Shaw a lot into play into there. So that's what I had for you here onto the Manchester United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment, and share. I go by the names of Rokan David, aka RD, to this channel, and endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on the daily. We meet tomorrow. I'm planning tomorrow, guys. Get to know that I'm planning for a show at exactly. I want us to start doing early shows in the morning. I'm planning for us to start having a morning show in there. So tomorrow, you are really going to see the schedule in there. I'm really going to put up a morning show, and we guys are really going to be here, and we're really going to be discussing stuff concerning Manchester United. I'm out. See you later.